Modern Horizons didn't give us graveyard mages a ton of toys to play with, but today I'm gonna look at Faithless Salvaging, which the first hand is perfect flavor and really describes how I feel about Modern right now, with everything that I once wanted to play being banned right now. So yeah, A plus in that. But other than that, it's also rather interesting. On the first view, it seems like strictly worse than, let's say, Cathartic Reunion, and that's probably the case for Dredge. But I think in Izzet Phoenix it can maybe work, since it's one more free spell that's played on turn 3 without any mana investment, and it can discard 2 Phoenixes instead of 1 from the likes of Tormenting Voice. So I'm gonna give it a go today in a league. As for the list, I just took my last list before it was banned from GP Birmingham and changed some cards up, removed the surgicals from the main deck and threw some random things in the sideboard. So let's see how it goes in a league. Here we are in the first match on the draw, and this hand, well, if these were Faithless Looting, I would maybe keep it, but since they're Faithless Salvaging, easy mulligan. Now this hand looks pretty okay, even if it's a bit unexciting. There's a debate as to banning Lightning Axe, but I think I'm gonna bottom a land for now. Our opponent leads with well, looks like we're up against Amulet on the first turn. Yeah. Bounce land. Great. We draw Manamorphose, which is great right now. Hopefully we can flip a thing in the ice. It's looking like that's gonna be something that could happen. Yeah. Since it's unlikely that they're gonna be able to play this turn with haste at least. Okay, Azusa might change things here. So we will probably get a Titan next turn. However, we still have time to change that. As for right now, I think Manamorphose is our best bet for blue-red. Oh. We could try flipping it here, so I think I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna It's interesting here because on one hand we want to kill Azusa or Razor. On the other hand, it doesn't really matter. So I'm just gonna go for Thought Scour on ourselves. And yeah, we don't really have another way around this. I'm just gonna hit them for 10 years. And now they'll have to build a defense, and since we have double lightning axe, just Titan isn't gonna cut it. Yeah, that's a Titan here. Are gonna get 2 lands from this, but they're gonna have to maybe even jump block here to survive the turn. And if we draw a Phoenix, we can Conigarn. Okay. On one hand, I want to kill their primeval Titan here, but on the other hand, it's tempting to just discard with salvaging. I think I'm just gonna go for on one hand, we can kill their Titan, but then we wouldn't have any cards in hand. On the other hand, we can try to draw into Phoenixes, but that wouldn't really do anything. Yeah, looting definitely would be better than salvaging here. But that was never really a point. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and kill Titan here and then swing with Awoken Horror. And hope for them to run out of gas at some time. And here's Summoner's Pack for another time. Great. And another pact. Just great. Oh, try it on time. Yeah, we're probably dead here. Yeah. Don't think we can get out of this one. Alright. So I don't really see how we could have interacted through what they've had. So, because if we don't play Thing in the Ice, we just die to their passive pressure that they have. And if we don't cast Thing in the Ice to leave up interaction, I don't see how that would have helped, since the only thing we can kill with Lightning Bolt is a Susa. And they can play around that. So yeah, I'm gonna go into game 2. As for sideboarding, I think I'm gonna bring in a Braid and Cleansing Wildfire for Aria of Flame, because that's just a bit too slow for the matchup, as well as one Salvaging and one Sleight of Hand to just cut some random card. And I'm gonna try again. Right. Game 2 on the play. This hand looks not that great. This hand looks pretty okay, since we have both Cleansing Wildfire and a threat to cast. I'm gonna bottom a Phoenix since we don't have any way to discard it right now. Depending on what they do next turn, we can Cleansing Wildfire or Thing in the Ice. Looks like we're just gonna play Thing and pass the turn back. Would love to have a Braid here. Oh. Yeah, Susa. But looks like they're just gonna kill. Since this is a sorcery, I don't see how we can. Okay. Upgrading the Amulet is the best course of action, so I'm just gonna do that now. Killing Azusa would also help, but if we can choose between the two, Amulet is definitely the one to get rid of, since we have other answers for Azusa. And now that Simigrove Chamber enters tap, it's opened up to our Cleansing Wildfire, which we can fire off now. And Stone Rain them in a sense. Next turn we can cast Salvaging and up to hopefully get back something. Looks like they're a bit restricted on mana. While it would be cool to play this year, I don't think we can. Okay, now this is quite bad. That's one of the main downsides of Faithless Salvaging. We would be able to discard both of these guys, but since it's split up into 2 turns, we can only get back 1 Phoenix now. And we're now open to a single land from them to ruin our day. We get to rebound looting here and discard or salvaging and discard second Phoenix. Draw a card for the turn, and now we can start to draw some things. I'm not sure we need to get rid of Azusa here. On one hand, it would make a Titan a lot better, but they're squeezed the mana anyway. So I think I'm just gonna go for Manamorphose and Izzet Charm. Drawing 2 and discarding 2. Manamorphose for blue and red. And draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Discarding double Scalding Tarn. And now we move to combat, bring back Phoenix and attack for 6. And 3 of them will probably get eaten up by the Grazer. Interesting. Beast Women. Now they need to have an anti. Yeah. And now we're in trouble. Oh, they don't have a Titan. Right. But since they killed one of our Phoenixes, we can just get it back this turn if we draw one more card here. Yeah, that does it. We can Manamorphose for blue-red. Bolt this guy. Bolt Azusa. Play a mountain, and since we've cast 3 spells this turn, we can attack them for 9. Now they need something big, like, yeah. Even Titan won't help them anymore, so that's the game. Okay. Looks like we can win if they stumble a bit on mana, and we can Cleansing Wildfire one of their bounce lands. I think I'm just gonna run it back without sideboarding anything else. Here we are in the 3rd game, and they choose to mulligan, but oh, no, they keep 7, but I think I'm gonna keep this hand, since Serum Visions should help us get more lands. Amulet of Vigor. Not great, not great. I think this will both go to the bottom. I am hoping for them to play a bounce land and leave it in play, but since they have Amulet, it doesn't look like that's gonna be what they do. Or maybe. Okay, how do we deal with this guy? I think we're very likely to see a Titan on the next turn, but there's nothing we can really do about it, so I'm just gonna play King in the Ice and pass the turn. Our one hope would be that I would have the pact dismember. Our one hope would be that I have the pact here to get a Titan. And we can just kill them by making it so that I can pay for pact with the lands they have, but that's not very likely. Yeah, looks like they're just gonna prime time, and I don't think we're gonna be able to deal with this. Yeah. They haste hit us for 6, 7, 8 and get yeah, 3 Valak and 6 Valak triggers for 3 damage, so we're dead. Okay, well, if this would be looting, we would have been probably okay, but it isn't, so we just weren't able to do things in time. In the second match, we're on the draw and this hand looks pretty keepable, so I'm gonna see what we can do with this. Looks like they're on Windswept Heath. I'm just gonna pass and thus cover end of turn. Effective weren't collected. Okay, this could be a lot of things. I'm not sure what they're on just yet. I am gonna get back a Phoenix here, since we can just go for blue. And then Thought Scour to maximize our possible Phoenix hits, and then Zero Visions. Now we can bring this guy back and hit them for 3. And most likely they're gonna play a creature at some point, which we can then just bolt. They're passing here, which is definitely interesting. Guessing they probably have a path in hand. I'm just gonna attack them for 3 and pass the turn. Back to them. We know we have Phoenix on top, so next turn we can go Serum Visions is a charm, discarding the Phoenix, and hit them for a total of 6 and double bolt, so 12. So they're virtually onto life unless they can answer Phoenix. Well, they've decided to crack one of their fetches. First on the ground looks like they're green-red Stumpy or something. And they passed the turn. Interesting. I'm not sure what they could have at this point, so I'm just gonna do revisions. Is a charm draw to discard 2 and probably the best thing to do here is to learn visions and bottom both these and hit them for 6. Now they have to interact with us somehow, or they just can't see. Okay, we didn't really see a ton from what they're playing, but my guess would be some kind of aggro, Naya or green red brew with the new multicolor payoffs and Draco. So I'm probably gonna bring in 2 upgrades or 2 cantrips and leave it at that. Second game, and this hand looks pretty much perfect. I would prefer to. It's a little awkward that we have both Thing in the Ice and Faithless Salvaging that we want to play on turn 2, but we'll see what they lead off with. Relic of Progenitors. So this is gonna be a Thing in the Ice game rather than Bring Back Phoenix game. Like they want to leave open relic activation or either Scalding turn. This is gonna be irritating. Oh well, I'm just gonna play a canal and cast Thing in the Ice. And see how they can answer this. Yeah, Flame Slash. As expected. I think I'm going to force them to crack the relic here by going for Hot Scour, Amorphose, and Faithless Salvaging. Amorphose for blue-red, And I could just kill the relic, but that wouldn't really help a lot, so I'm gonna force them to crack it, and if they don't, we get back Phoenix. Which would also be okay. And yeah, looks like they crack it here. That's okay. On the next upkeep, we get to loot away one of our lands. Oh, so they're straight up on Ponza. Interesting. You can cast it and discard demons. I think on this turn I'm gonna cast Arya of Flame. Next turn we can kill the Scoos. And now we just have to hope that they don't have a payoff. Them eating our graveyard doesn't really accomplish anything, since they exiled our one creature. And here's another relic. But that's pretty much irrelevant right now because graveyards are. Maybe. No. I think I'm just gonna kill this goose and pass the turn. And probably draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards with Izzet Charm on their end step. Probably discarding whatever lands we draw or Arclight Phoenix right now. Since they merge so. Okay, they just have Graveyard Central over there. But they don't have any action, so. Seasoned Pyromancer. Okay. Doesn't look like they have a ton to do. So I'm just gonna draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. With the charm, hit them for 2 more. Now we can. Interesting. I'm gonna play this out and pass the turn over to them. If they're not gonna do anything, I'm gonna instead Elder Gargoyle. Oh. Yeah, this is gonna be a problem. However, and Chandra as well. This is gonna probably be our end. I'm gonna try to get them by hitting this, dealing some more damage to them from Oreo Flame. Well, unless we manage to string together a bunch of cantrips, I don't see how we kill them. We won't need to draw. Well, at least some cantrips in the turn of the next turn. Looks like they're debating whether to crack the lantern or to keep it. Interesting. They're gonna crack their lantern in response to us blowing it up. They're gonna take 4 from our area here. And now it's up to our top decks whether we can kill them here or we just get pummeled by the bailout. We get to rebound this guy and hit them for 5. Draw bolt, which would be okay, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, and 11. We need to deal with this guy, and we have to hope that we don't take any more damage. And we get one more turn where we can draw a cantrip. Scavenging ooze. We're not gonna die here with how things are right now. So I'm just gonna let them hit me. And we're still open to draw a cantrip here. And salvaging does the trick, I think. We can hit them for 6. Now we can Morpho. Well, we could just bolt them, so yeah. We can bolt them for 7 of Arya and 3 of Bolt, so they're dead. And GG. All in all, I went 3-2, which is way above expectations. I went up against Amulet, which I lost. Then I went up against Ponza, Black-Green Elves, and Black-Green Yawgmoth, which I won against. And then I lost one final time to Green-White Heliod combo. And this good record is mostly due to the fact that we faced 3 matchups where Thing in the Ice was pretty strong, so I think we would have struggled against most other matchups. The deck definitely has some potential, but I can see some major flaws. For example, against control or faster combo decks like Heliod combo, where we just can't compete right now. The main deck needs probably some fine-tuning. I would like to add some more fitting win conditions other than Aria of Flame, but I'm not sure on what yet. As for the sideboard, that will crystallize itself out as the meta develops, so I'm just gonna keep playing leagues and change it as I go. That's it for me for now. Thanks for watching. Bye.